Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to get on here really quickly and talk to you guys about blood sugar. Okay, so I don't know if you're like me, but I always thought that blood sugar was a thing that older people had to deal with. So meaning 55 plus, right? Blood sugar, insulin resistance, potential for diabetes, just like all these older people things that we hear our older aunties talk about, or older, grandparents or whatever, older parents, whatever. But then I was like, I'm obsessed with researching health, fitness, and nutrition and mindfulness and empowering yourself and all that. So I was coming across people in the UK that were all 40 and below. And I'm talking a lot younger than 40. I'm talking about 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, people that were 25. So that whole range of people, when they would be talking about what they ate, meal prepping, whatever it was, when it came to nutrition and fitness, they would consistently bring up blood sugar. And I'm like, that is so interesting that younger people are like throwing this term around. So then I started to dig into it, and I don't want to get flagged for any cleavage. So I started to dig into it, and it is mind-blowing how much blood sugar is vital for us losing weight. And I think that we know about it, people that are 40 and below, or maybe even 50 below, I don't know. But in America, it's just not something we casually talk about. Like these people in the UK, these influencers or nutrition experts or health, whatever they are, some of them were professionals in the field. Some of them were just people just trying to lose weight, or just young people just trying to stay fit and healthy and giving advice. But they were comfortably talking about it. I don't feel like we comfortably talk about it in America. So I was like, I wonder why. So, and then it's known, like people in the UK are a lot more, they're a lot smaller. Typically they weigh a lot less. So I wanted to dig into that. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I've been to the UK, and the people in the UK are they're just smaller, and the food is different over there, and the way that it's made, it's different. So anyways, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. Blood sugar. I am going to post other links straight to the doctors and the diagrams that they use to explain blood sugar, because the way that I'm going to explain it is probably going to be confusing. I'm going to try to do it as quick as I can, because I know we have short attention spans, and who wants to be talking about blood sugar during the holiday seasons when we're trying to eat up everything. But the bottom line is, if you are having a tough time losing that 20, 30, 15, I mean, even, whatever amount of weight, especially like that last 15 stubborn fat that it just seems to never go, you might want to dig into your blood sugar and just start really paying attention to that. So blood sugar, when we eat something, it doesn't matter how old you are, you could be 13 or 50. When we eat something, our blood sugar spikes. That's just what it does. It's the body's alert system to say, hey, we have food in the body. Insulin, which is a hormone, it gets released. Okay. The insulin's job is to take fuel, energy from the food and put it inside the cells. That's the whole process. It's very easy. I would say insulin for dummies, which is, I'm in there too, way to explain it. And I could even be like skewing that a little bit, but that's basically the process. What happens is, the way that Americans eat, the way that we eat so much processed sugar, meaning not just like donuts and things like that, white rice, pastas, white bread, like all these different kind of breads, processed like cookies and cakes and pancakes and waffles and noodles and just all these things that all processes as sugar, as glucose. We overload the body too much. So the insulin, it can't put the energy into the cells quick enough. It just can't put the energy from the food inside the cells quick enough. So the cells start saying, look, like every time you come over here, insulin, and you give us energy, which we do like, it's too much. So we're going to have to close the door sometimes. So then the insulin's like, but wait, like I have more energy, like I have more glucose, I have more sugar to, like, what am I going to do with it? So then it stores it as fat, stores it as fat, stores it as fat, stores it as fat. And then we start getting different like organs that, like, fatty liver and things like that. So that's essentially what it is. I'm not going to get too wordy and too long with it. But I really encourage you. I'm going to post some links to it, of a video, like the little cell and it coming into the body and then what it does, and then the insulin and what it does. But essentially, that's why we have cravings. We have cravings because the insulin is supposed to be putting that energy inside of a cell. When it can't put the energy inside of the cell because the cell's like, nope, we already have enough in here. When the cell is like, okay, we're ready